Well, hello. It seems to be working. Yes, it's here. We're on the bench. It's light, sound. We've got the exposure right. I've cleaned the camera, and the decorations are up, and the whiskey's here, and the glue's over there. I'd rather drink the whiskey than the glue. But good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Wednesday night live stream, where tonight we're going to carry on with the kit that doesn't include a puppy. So good evening to you, and welcome. Yes, it's here. It's another hour or so-ish of fun, mayhem, and building stuff. So yeah, hello. Yeah, if you're out there, do say hello. I see that Fox has been and gone, but yeah, well, whatever. So, just a minute, I'll just sort this out. Where are we? Yeah, right, oops. That's about it, sorry. Just turn my phone off. Right. Good evening. Yes, good evening, everybody. Well, there's Fox. Chris is in somewhere. Graham McRobert, good evening to you. Twist Rail Hobbies, good evening. Col's in as well. Hi, Col. I think Col just comes for the thrash music at the start. I think that's his sort of thing. Edward Leonard's in. Good evening. Twist Rail Hobbies. Sorry, no explosions. Exposures. There won't be any exposures either. Well, hopefully not, but anything could happen in the next half hour, as they say. Yes, so, right, drink of the night. Drink of the night is Smokehead. That's why, that's the, if you remember, that's the Warhammer whiskey. Yeah, well, I call it the Warhammer whiskey because it's got skulls on it. Yep, so it's an Islay single malt with a drop of water, and it will keep me company while we get on with doing whatever we're going to do tonight. So, Wendy, hi Wendy as well. Welcome to the live stream. Ted at Skipper Scale Models. I'm sure you all know that by now and know where to find me. But yes, I do apologise for last week's breakdown. If you haven't seen already, I did manage to get back for a little bit of a live stream Sunday night when it was all repaired. I did a bit of a Baneblade build, but this is the first regular stream before we get back into the swing of it. And it's me again on Sunday for the Baneblade. But you never know, you might get Fox after I finished. He might do some of his Baneblade because he keeps going on to me about doing some content. But yeah, he should return the favour, and Fox should be doing. So when he comes in, remind him that he should be doing some extra content and building his Baneblade. Anyway, let's crack on. Let's have a look at what we're going to do tonight. As you know, it's the German Land-Wasser Schlepper early type without a puppy. Oh yeah, go. Oh yeah, you're all saying oh yeah, there's no puppy. So I can't even remember where we were up to from last week, because it's been 2 weeks now. Yes, we weren't here last week. We were here the week before. I think that last time I'd got the suspension on for the wheels, and we were going to have a look at the instructions, but I can't find the instructions. The instructions are not in the box. Right, yes, so this evening could be either guesswork, or I can look for the instructions. I have no idea where they are at all. This place is in such a mess. Hang on, I'll be with you in a minute, folks. I'm just looking for instructions. Right. Yeah. This is a good start. Instructions not found. Build the Beyblade. The Beyblade is built. I've just got to paint it. Yeah. Where's the instructions gone? Hang on, I'm still here. There's a bit of noise. Well, yeah, I've got everything right. The camera, the sound, and everything. I can't find instructions for that. You could tell that this is a professional production, and that everything is organised, and we do rehearsals and everything before we go live. But where's the instructions? Where did I have them last? Anybody seen the instructions? Found them. I've moved the camera as well. I'll put the camera back. There we go. Right, there we go. So Fox is back with us now. He's within. So yeah, get on to Fox now, that when I finished he could do half an hour of his Beyblade. Who else is in? 9,000 mince pies is in. 90,000 90,000 pigs in blankets, he's in. Speedy Q, yeah, instructions not found. Build a Beyblade. Ted's lost the instructions, says Twisted Rail Hobbies. Everybody said hello to everybody. Yeah, boat tank, as Chris said, as Chris christened it, boat tank. Yeah, boat tank. It's a tank and it's a boat. It's a boat tank. Tank oat. Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, it could be it. Yeah, right. Has the cat stolen the plans? I've got them. Anyway, right. What? Yeah. Now I've got the plans. I've got to work out where we're up to. So we need them bits. Yes. And yes, for the, I'll just yep. I'll just move this glass. I poured that about half an hour ago because I came up to set up everything, and the aroma coming from it, it's a really nice smoky single malt. This, as I say, it's from Islay. It's from I think it's an it's an independent distillers, a fairly new one apparently. But if you Google it and have a look at Smokehead, some really nice ideas on there what to do with it, so it's very good. Yes, big announcement, Paul. I don't know if Paul's in tonight. He's just had kittens on the cute. Yes. Athol McNicol is in as well. It's good evening to you. Good evening, everybody. And if you are watching this, if I've just popped up on your screen, or you've been recommended by YouTube, recommended for you to watch, come and say hi. Come in the chat. Don't just sit watching and wondering what's going on, because there's probably not a lot going on really. But yeah, do come and say hello in chat. The chat was down, well, it's down here somewhere. If you're watching on the big telly, it's probably not there at all, but you can pick up your phone and get YouTube on there, and the chat will be on at the bottom, or whichever platform you're on, the chat will be in somewhere. And also, if you have just found me by chance, like and subscribe, because I need all the help I can get. So good. Right. Right, where are we up to? Right, we're going to do them. Sprocket wheel. Sprocket wheel, it's written in Chinese, Japanese, Chinese. Sprocket wheel. Sprocket wheel. Make two. Yeah. You want one? No, I want two. Sprocket wheel. Right, I've got to find the kit now, because I found the instructions. I lost the kit. Sorry about the noise. I'm here in chat, and he still wonders what's going on, says Christopher Rail Hobbies. Nobody knows what's happening. Neither do I. Right, so we want parts to B21 and B20. Right, that's them. And there's two of them because there's a left and a right, or because it's a boat. Because it's a boat. Looks, yeah, it's a boat. There's a port and starboard, but it's a tank. So should it be left and right? Yeah, we'll work that out in a minute. Yeah, well, discuss. Should it be port and starboard or left and right? Depends. Is it a tank or is it a boat? Right. Right. So we now need something to cut these off with, which I haven't got prepared. They're over here. Here they are. Snowman. 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 Here's a six. Yeah, we could start singing Christmas carols, but is it too soon to start singing Christmas carols? And are Christmas carols copyright? Are we able to sing Christmas carols on a live stream? You could all join in. Yep. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the significant other is in the next room, or even in the same room. If you happen to burst into song as we sing Christmas carols on the run up to Christmas, will it harm? Because we all need a bit of joy and peace in our hearts and lift our spirits with songs. Right. So, need to clean off some of the nubs just inside this. This is quite this is HobbyBoss. Yeah, find the box. Where's the box? I've lost the box of blue. Yeah, this is HobbyBoss because it says on the box it's HobbyBoss, but it doesn't include a puppy. And it's quite a nice kit. The mouldings and everything are really pretty sharp. Not sharp as in dangerous, but clear, good. Right, that goes on there like that, I think. And they fit together fairly well. Songs are not allowed, but interpretive dances. Yeah. Can you feel it coming? Can you feel the words? Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust something just on here a minute. Because I'm looking just slightly pale. That one, I think. That's a bit better. There we go. Right. Now then, I need. Wrong button. Yeah. Right. Steady narrate. That was almost a mime. Yeah. Yeah. Remember the interpretive dance for Tales of the Unexpected? Well, yeah. That was a bit of an interpretive dance, wasn't it? Tales of the Unexpected. Did you ever watch that? Pretty good show. Some of them were quite frightening. Some of them were quite frightening, and some of them you just didn't get an idea what they were on about. Glue. And there were some fairly famous people appeared in Tales of the Unexpected, but whenever anybody mentioned it, I always think of the girl. And I've got the Tales of the Unexpected tune going through my head. However, I can't get the tune from my head to the mouth to sort of it doesn't work. So yeah, if you do know the tune to Tales of the Unexpected, just hum it to yourself. I think Ted's had a much fuller glass before. Yeah, it was yeah, when it was climbing the ladder, it is spilling over the top. And that goes on there. So yeah, so that's one of them. That's that's 15 minutes. We're 15 minutes in, and we've glued 2 parts together. Right. We'll attempt within the next 15 minutes to glue 2 more together. Have to be careful cutting these sprockets off. Sprockets off. Sprocket. Yeah, that's a good word, isn't it? It's like moist. Yeah, it's another word that you could get some feeling into. Sprocket. Ted, you're showing your age with that reference. What? Tales of the Unexpected. Brilliant. What was the other one? What's the Tales of the Unexpected? I think William Shatner was in it, or in one of them. Twilight Zone. That was it. Pop quiz. Sprocket was a dog in which TV show? Asked Fox. Sprocket. Yeah, it's in my head. Jetsons, says Edward. Fraggle Rock, says Speed Q. Yeah, I think it must have been Fraggle Rock. Yeah. What we can, yeah, what I can do. I know we've had quizzes on the eModels channel. We could have a TED quiz. We could have a Wednesday night as I'm building along. I could have a quiz as well. A Christmas quiz. So we'll do that next week. If I remember, we'll do a Christmas quiz next week. So bring your pens and paper. No copying. You can't win anything. There's nothing to win. It's all for fun. But yeah, I'll do that next week. We'll have a Christmas quiz. A Christmas themed quiz for you and the people, all with you. Everybody can join in, kids as well. It will be age relevant. So probably the kids will answer the questions better than the parents. So we'll have a Christmas themed quiz next week while I'm building. We'll do the 2 so that I don't get behind on the Land-Wasser Schlepper with no puppy. I'll have a quiz. Right. Oh, right. Yes, so everybody's now talking about Fraggle Rock. Good, because I don't know much about Fraggle Rock. I do know it did have sort of a song to it. Twisted Rail Hobby says if we do a quiz next week, no Guinness records. No Guinness records. Yeah, I haven't got a book. I think the last Guinness Book of Records that I had, I think Norris McWhirter wrote it, or was in it. Was it Robin Norris McWhirter or something like that? Fox Cat still can't get. Yeah, just I'm left-handed. All the best people are left-handed. Right. I can't get the glue in there. How did I get it in the last one? I'll put the glue in and then stick it on. Right, hopefully, yeah. The wheels are never going to spin because I've spent all the time making sure that these wheels spin and are free moving, and then you glue the sprocket on so the track's not going to go around anyway, because it won't drag itself around the sprocket. Sprocket. I like that word. Word of the night. Sprocket. Oh, 9,000 mince pies. Yeah, 90,000 pigs in blankets. Says he hated Fraggle Rock even when I was a kid. Sorry Ted, but that night I'll be out doing his 2021 shopping, and then the shops should be out of stock. Yeah, because everybody's gonna panic buy, because there's no. I don't think there's going to be any Boxing Day sales, is there? Because all the shops will be shut. But no matter, because well, it doesn't matter anyway, because Boxing Day sales sort of start the day before Christmas Eve. So yeah. I remember one year because we were late in getting the decorations up, we didn't have a tree on Christmas Eve. So we went out looking for a tree on Christmas Eve, and it was about 4:30. Shops shut at 5 o'clock. And we got a Christmas tree for something like £3, an 8-foot tall real Christmas tree for £3. So yeah, Christmas sales. Right, where are we up to? Oh, the chat. Yeah, well, what you could do, I've just had a thought that if you are out next week doing your shopping, just watch it on the rerun and you can still take part. Yep. Yep, and you can still award yourself points. Who was the boss in Cagney and Lacey, says Graham McRobert. Who was the boss in Cagney? I remember Cagney and Lacey. I love Dog Talion. Says Pigs in Blankets. Yes, carry on talking about raccoons and Dogtanion and things like that. While I could tick this off now with my flat joiners pencil. I've done that, and I've done that, and I've put them. I've done that. It's like being a teacher, ticking things. Oh, I haven't done that, so I could do them. See, tick things off, then you know what you've done with your pencil, like a teacher. Everybody would be too busy on Boxing Day because they'll all be watching things on YouTube. Yeah, there could be lots happening over Christmas. And today I went to work, and it got to about 9 o'clock, and I was just having my comfort break and reading my phone and the emails and things, and an email popped up just before 9 o'clock. As I say, having a comfort break. It was an email from the boss, the head boss, the top boss, saying that as of now we are shut because there isn't anybody coming in the museum. So with immediate effect, we are shut. Go home and don't come back until February. Whoa! Yes, result. So yes, the May between now and February, extra Ted. Yeah, live stream extras with Ted, because content. Yes, so that's it. Yes, so I'm now furloughed. So brilliant. All right. Right, what else? Right, it's cheeseburger time with a compulsory steak, chips and Daddy's brown sauce, so I'm off. Skip it. That's it, yeah. Bench and belly. Bench and belly. Yeah, What's in and what's on yours? Bench and belly, or what's on and what's in yours? So Athel's off for his cheeseburger with a steak of chips. All right, where we are. Yep, everybody's still talking about things that I don't remember on TV, apart from Monty Python. 9,000 pigs in blankets says, say what? Extra Ted? Yes, there could be extra Ted. So subscribe down here somewhere. Subscribe. You never know when I might pop up unannounced, because it does happen. Yes, when Fox sort of drags me, sort of persuades me to go and do an extra live stream, and yeah, alright then I'll do it, because I'm in the workshop anyway, and I just turn the camera on, and there we go. Big Q says unlikely to happen to him as he's in the NHS. Keep up the good work, Speed, and work. Yeah, I know, realise you're working hard. EC Idaho says he grew up watching Dad's Army and the Fallen Rise of Reginald Perrin. Brilliant, both shows. Especially Dad's Army. I've got the full set on DVD. Brilliant. Yeah, and they don't write them like that anymore. I was just having I wasn't drinking it. I was just having a sniff. Yeah, Dad's Army. Obviously, we all know the catchphrases. Like, we don't even need to say the catchphrases, because I know now that anybody that watched Dad's Army, those catchphrases are already in your head. Yep, Speed Q said it already. Don't tell him, Pike. Oh, yes. Right, turn that upside down so I know where we're at. And we can do these. And even if you're in America, if you're on to the side of Bond, and you haven't seen Dad's Army, yes, you've got to go and see Dad's Army. You've got to find Dad's Army on the tubes somewhere, on the internet, the DVDs, the reruns on Sky Telly or whatever, satellite TV. I'm sure you could pick them up somewhere. And yeah, watch Dad's Army. Once again, it's sort of a slapstick type, easygoing, non-offensive humour that wobbly cam that everybody can get into. It's not wartime, or well, yeah, it's set in wartime, but it's not shooting and death and mayhem and things like that. And it's also pretty good. I know it's Dad's Army, but it's pretty good for reference to for referencing when you're building models and things like that, because of the uniforms and the colours. Because you'll see that in the whole platoon of Dad's Army, the difference in the colours of the tunics and the webbing and things like that. So yeah, it's good. So yeah, you could tell your other half, I'm sorry, I've got to binge watch the whole season of Dad's Army purely as reference, because I'm researching a model. Yes. Oh, I'm just having a look back in chat. EC Idaho, 17 minutes late, thrown switch at Islington. Yes. Yeah, that was it. Reggie Perrin. Who was it? Who was Reggie Perrin? It was the guy out of Leonard Rossiter. That was it. who's coming right. 90,000 pigs in blankets. Didn't like Dad's Army either. Yeah, I've still seen it all. Not sure. Yeah, it's. I think you have to grow up if you're that age. Whether you liked it or not, you had to grow up with it. But didn't the writers of that also write Are You Being Served with John Inman? Was it the same writers? Perry and I can't remember the guy's name now. Yeah, Good Life, Butterflies with Wendy Craig. Butterflies with yes, with them, and To the Man Born. They wrote Heidi High as well. Yes, that's right. I think they did. They were all of the same sort of slapstick type humour, which is pretty good. It's easy. It's really easy watching, and if you have UK Gold on your TV, they're rerunning a lot of them. Just round about tea time, just before you have your tea, you can sit down and have a flashback at 1970s, 1980s humour. I think some of it though is, I think some of the humour from those days does get a little bit lost now. Had a crush on Felicity Kendall as a kid, says E.C. Idaho. Didn't everybody? Didn't she? I think she was voted one year for the best bum or something like that. I don't know how I know them things, but I just seem to recall that was something that she was voted as having the best bum. Penelope Keith. Yep, she, as somebody said, she was also To the Man Born. Speed Cubes, Penelope Keith and Felicity Kendall. Yes, both lovely ladies. And everybody tried at the time to become self-sufficient, like the Goods, Tom and Barbara. Everybody started digging up the garden or wanting an allotment. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just concentrating while I get the wheels on. Yeah. This Mayhem Model Works has got it right. He says the slapstick and the original humour of the 60s, 70s and 80s is a lost art. It is. It was funny without being stupid. Yep. I don't think now that because everybody goes, all these actors and such, they all come from drama school. Whereas the 60s, 70s and 80s, everybody was like, all the actors and actresses, there was no drama schools, they were just brought up in the rep. And you'll find that the parents were on the stage and they were on the stage, and that's just how they served their apprenticeship. Fox says, we indeed had a veg patch at that time. Yeah, everybody, yeah, growing your spuds. Spid says his dad had an allotment. We actually, Mrs. Ted and I, we had an allotment for a few years. And it was never that productive though, unfortunately, because of its location. it used to flood, so the allotment would be underwater from about October to March. And then you couldn't get on it to put anything in, so March to October just didn't have time to grow anything, or things did grow because the ground was so wet and soggy, everything just used to rot. So yeah, we give it up in the end. And it was hard work because you had to go down more or less every day. You couldn't go on holiday. If you went away for 2 weeks, you come back and your allotment's like 3 foot deep under weeds. That's why you don't put an allotment on Morecambe Bay sands. Yeah, the tide comes in. Oh, yeah. So Spid says that was a northern man's staple. Yeah, pigeons on your allotment. Yeah, bowling. You used to go bowling. Then you could go down the allotment to check on pigeons before you went home for your tea. Yeah, Mayhem says his parents had his greenhouses and pigeons. I should have grown rice. Yeah, it was actually a thought. Yeah, we could have grown rice. But the council, because you rent them off the council, if anybody's from to the side of the pond doesn't know what an allotment is, it's usually a patch of ground you rent from your local council or local government type, whatever you call it over there, and you grow your fruit and veg on. It wasn't bowling, it was the bulls. Yeah, now then, yeah, there's them and us. There's them down south who used to play flat green bowling, and us up north who used to do crown green bowling. There's a difference. Yeah, there's the poshens and there's not so poshens. Yeah. When Ted says bowling, he means crown green. Oh yes, correct. Crown green balls. Yeah, and I used to bowl. The police used to have a bowling team, and I must admit I was pretty good at it. Used to bowl. Yeah, used to bowl, and then you could stand. Then when you had your game, you'd stand on the edge and encourage the others by shouting things such as "half a yard," "give it more weight on your left," yeah, try and knock him through. Yeah, yeah. It wasn't like football or cheering and things like that. Yeah. Yeah. Bowling and the pools. Yep, that's what you did before the lottery. I just need to move this a little bit. Before the lottery was a thing, you'd have to do the pools and get 8 from 10 to win a jackpot. And you could do your pools. I think it was Thursday that the pool collector used to come round to collect your pools form, or if you're really good, that you could go to grandma's, and Grandad would let you choose he'd let you pick, put 10 crosses down there, lad. So if we win, I'll give you some. I'll give you a shilling if we win. So you pick 8. Yeah, you pick 10. Put 10 crosses down, hoping that you get 8 score draws. Never won the. I was too young. I think I was too young to do the pools, but I don't think my dad ever won. There we go. They're glued on, so we can get my joiner's pencil. Uh, 9,000 Pigs in Blankets says Crown Green Bowling, one of the few sports on BBC that you can still show live. Yeah, that and curling in the winter. Scottish TV, curling. I've done them. And I've done that one. So we can... No, we can't. Yes, can we turn over? Can we turn over? Ah, no, we can't turn over yet because there's these bits to do. So we want A46 and A45. The bees. So there'll be a short pause while I do a bit more rattling in the box. Used to have, yeah. Fox is recounted about going to the Crown Green Bowling, watching with them. Did you take part in the shouting and the encouragement of another yard? Yeah. Try and knock him through. So we want A. There we go. Right, the noise will stop now. I found the bits. Right. Here we go. Alright, yeah. Scale model says we have city gardens like that here, many without the yard space for plants. Oh, right. So, it's actually written in law or government rules that each council here in the UK has got to provide allotment spaces, and some places there's a waiting list for about 30 years before you can get an allotment. Right, I've cut this off and I've forgotten what number it is. Where did it come from? 46. So that goes on the starboard side. Oh, Fox used to play. Right, next time we go to Telford, Fetch Your Woods, we're going out for a game of bowls. The ancients found it fascinating that as a 1970s young had an interest. The green was just brilliant. It's actually, people think it is just an old man's sport, but as Fox had just pointed out, it's actually not. There are quite a lot of young players in the teams around here. Maybe they've followed on from the dads or the granddads, but certainly in the bowling leagues around here, there are quite a lot of young people to play it. The only thing is though that when I used to play in the police team, it was a case of the winner would have to buy the loser a pint. Yeah. So strangely, I used to lose. I don't know why that would be. But there were good games. They always went at 20-21. If you play balls, yeah, the winning score's 21. So the first one at 21 wins. But I used to take him to 20-21 all the time. Right, that could go in there, I think. I have to be careful because I keep putting that wheel out of line. Oh, keep dropping this. Hang on. It's upside down that way up, and it clips in there. Because I had this in before. It did just clip in. There it goes. So that's a northern thing, is crown green bulls. Yeah, and really, yes, the BBC do show crown green balls. Not very often do they show flat green bowling. No, so yeah, it must be a more popular sport than those posh guys. It was darts for his papa and I. Yeah, more often hit the wall and watch the dent. And watch the dart go off, spilling it in somebody's half pocket. Yeah. Oh, the darts team down the pub. Yeah. No chance of you getting anywhere near the dartboard when the darts team were in. Yeah. I could never play darts. One, because I couldn't play dart. I couldn't throw a dart to save my life. And two, I used to avoid playing darts because I couldn't do the maths. I could never subtract however many I scored from the number I had on the board. So it was either a game of darts with somebody else keeping score, having an electronic scoreboard that would do it for you, or just avoid the game altogether. Yeah, Fox used to play other versions of darts. Yes, I could never ever, and I still can't. I'd have to get my phone. I suppose you could play darts now because you can do you could take your phone with you, couldn't you, and do the maths on your phone. Or find a posh pub that had an electronic dartboard. But then, because you never had your own darts, and you borrowed a set of darts from behind the bar, you used to go and ask the barman, "Can I have a set of darts, please?" Yeah, mate. And he used to give you these. It was like throwing a biro at the dartboard. They were plastic feathers or whatever, plastic tails that were all bent and misshapen. The dart itself, the point was like a biro. So if you didn't throw it hard enough, it would never ever stick in the dartboard. But then the dart team or the dart player would turn up, and he'd have his pristine set of darts in his top pocket, which he would carefully assemble, because they weren't just darts in a packet. They had to put the feathers up, shafts on. You stick your finger in the air inside a pub to see which way the wind direction was going, so it could screw the right shaft in, and then put the right feathers on. Yeah, and here was us at the dartboard trying to get the darts to actually stick in the board. Right. Yep, go together well now, where you can get the bits to click in without dropping them. Yeah. The conversation in chat has now turned to adolescence and finding girls Bike sheds and smoking. Now we could never get behind the bike sheds at our school because most of the teachers were there. They weren't there to keep us away, they were just there having a fag themselves. Yeah. Scale Model says he had the best score at his favourite hangout. Well, a professional dart player, an accomplished dart player. Did you have your own set of darts, Scale Model? There we go. I now think the bits are glued in. So once again we could tick something else off. And you know, we could tick that off and that one and tick that one off, and as we've completed the whole page now we give it a score. So 8 out of 10, 2 stars, well done, see me. That was, yep. And then we could turn over. Scare Mod said he's looking forward to challenge when the pubs reopen again. Yeah, they're taking a fair beating. Right, now then. I think I'm going to have a look at this because this is where we get to put the propellers on. I think I'll look at these when we get them cut off and ready to glue on as to where or what stage we're going to put them on, if we're going to put them on now or leave them off, painting them and then put them on. So we'll consider that. Other versions of darts, we have a place where you can throw axes at a target. Oh right, yeah, we've got 1 or 2 pubs like that. Yeah. Yeah, especially in Manchester. Axe throwing. I don't know whether it's a sport or just because it's in Manchester. Are they propellers or screws or impellers? No, not impellers. Yeah. I think the technical, yeah, the official word, the official name I would expect to be propellers. So we want B1. Do we? Yeah. B. Now that's it. Excuse me, noise time. Right, noise over. Nearly. Right, so we want one of these now. We want the propeller shaft. Carefully cut these off. And we can take the little seam off and the little nub. Not much to come off. Haven't I accidentally already painted the side skirts? No, they're different. These. You mean these? No, these are off an old. These are off an old tank. I don't think this has got side skirts. Axe has to be at least as fun as a gun range. Yeah. Wish we could. You know, we haven't got such a thing as a gun range. You know, there's no gun ranges around here. Well, there is, but you've got to join a club and then go through all the rules and regulations. I did used to enjoy it though when I could go shooting for free. When I was a firearms officer in the police, that was fun because we could play with really big guns, not the sort of guns the public can have. And then we had the Rhino gun. I can't remember the calibers, but it was a big gun because we've got a zoo near to where I live, and there was once a rhinoceros escaped and they had to shoot it, unfortunately, but at the time they didn't have any weapons big enough to kill a rhino, so they bought this huge gun, and boy did it have a kick on it. But it was fun. And yeah, we didn't have to shoot any rhinos, but they've got the gun just in case. Right, nice and straight. Scale Reviews carries 2 sets of darts. Oh, yeah, the professional dart player. Yeah, Fox has had to go at clay pigeon shooting. Yeah. I must send you the slow motion picture I've got when I was clay pigeon shooting. I'll maybe post it. What I'll do, I'll post the it's, you know how you can have a setting for your iPhone, slow motion. Well, I've got a slow motion picture of me, video of me shooting clay pigeons. I'll post it on my Facebook page, Skipper Scale Mods. Go and have a look for it. Yeah, I'll do that after the show. It's just showing off really, but clay pigeon, it's fun. Yeah, I could probably, yeah, I could never hit a clay pigeon either. I think when I hit clay pigeons, it was more by luck. Now, a static target, when we were target shooting in the police firing range, that was easy because the guns were big. Mayhem says they didn't let me back into the rifle club because of the fact I could double tap, and they don't like that. Yeah, it's just showing off. Yeah, double tapping with a Glock, that's good fun. However, our range instructor used to tell us that you only need one shot because one well-aimed shot puts him on his ass. Oops, swearing. Scale's telling us about his time his granddad took him out shooting and hunting. I'd never fired any guns at all in my... Oh, I tell a lie. Yeah, I tell a lie. I was in the cadets. I think we did some 2-2 shooting. Just some simple range shooting. That was quite fun. And I didn't shoot anything bigger than a 2-2 until I was in the police. And it was fun. It was serious work, but there was a fun element to it, especially when you're training, and you could just throw lead down the range as much as you wanted. Yeah, just reading the chat. Yeah, happily chatting away. Right, I've got them done. The propeller shafts. Now I just want you need to make sure that they are lined up and straight up and down, because you don't want a wobbly shaft. Shafts should never be bent because it won't work. There we go. Yeah. Fox is an utter pacifist, but shooting things is goddamn fun. It is. Yeah, it's better than computer games or anything like that. Yeah, you don't get that sound of the shot, the smell of the cordite, the kick of the weapon. The Glock 19. Some of you guys across the pond will know about the Glocks, but they were a beautiful gun. They were really nice in the hand, nice to handle. No kick on them, no safety catch. The safety catch is on the trigger, so you could just draw that out the holster, point and shoot, just away you go. Brilliant. Mayhem, yeah, he agrees. It's a smaller, it's that smell of cordite. The only thing is, when you had to clean up at the end, you had to total strip down and clean everything. And there was, yeah, surprised how mucky everything got. Right, let's have a look at these. Let's have a look at the props. I don't think these are left and right handed. No, they're just named as B2, so they're not left and right handed. Port and starboard. And I'm not going to go to the trouble of trying to alter them. So we can. Lee Enfields, yeah, we had those. What they had when you did your initial police training course, your assessment, things like that, they brought out this huge mix of guns that had been handed in or surrendered over the years, and there was the Lee Enfields, obviously, and there was Colts, Lugers. There was a Luger, a 9mm Luger. What else was there? I can't remember, it's such a long ago now. But there was various rifles of various calibers and things like that. They had a sawn-off shotgun as well, so we could see how that worked. Yeah, and basically, yeah, whatever you might think, basically, sawn-off shotguns just don't work. The chance of getting hit with a sawn-off shotgun, unless you're at very short, close quarters, is nil. Just take these nubs off. Hugo Modwork, he's coming. Good evening to you. Yeah, we're just kicking around and chatting. That's what it's all about tonight. Well, I attempt to glue some things on here. Now then, if that, I'm not gluing this prop on yet, but put it on there just to see if it goes on. And can I get it still on with the rudders in? A44. Right, so we need the other box. There's the sprue. The conversation seems to have switched to guns, which is keeping you guys across the pond happy, because we don't know anything about guns really. Right, this goes that way up. Right, I think then that there will be enough space to put this prop on at last. Yes, brilliant. So we need an A4. A44, that one. Oh, flip. Right, there are a couple of injection marks in this, but I don't think they're going to be seen. Or are they? We'll check that out in a moment. And why doesn't that fit? Or is it not supposed to fit? There appears to be a gap between each, but it's the same on both sides. It's equal, so it may be meant to be like that. So that means these will fall out. It says no cement, but I think if you don't cement them in, they're going to fall out. Yep, they're going to fall out. Or 90,000. I would like to try an old anti-tank rifle. One of the boys' anti-tank rifles. They must have been awesome then. You could take a tank out with a rifle. And the next one. Alright, yeah, we'll do a bit more. Oh, we've been going an hour. I thought tonight I'd only do an hour, but we'll keep going because everybody's chatting, enjoying themselves, and I can find out where we're up to. Because once you get in the flow of building, you just want to keep at it. It's like sometimes you need to drag yourself into the workshop because you just don't feel it. But then once you get building, once the glue bottle's opened and you start gluing bits of plastic together, it all, yeah, you just want to keep going then. So has everybody finished their Christmas shopping now, or is there still time to do? Is there still the opportunity for you to do your shopping? I don't know. That might actually, yeah, I think the rudders will actually stay in situ but they'll be a bit flappy. Alright, there's that bit as well to go on. I need the bits. A34, A35. The bees. Sorry. Right, we'll get these on. A34 and A35. Them two. It's like a hook for towing, a towing eye on the back of the tank bit, the bottom bit. A34, A35. That's the one next to 34. There we go. Oh, flip. Now then, is that a nub? Yep, it's coming off anyway. Or is it? Yep, that's it. I've got the idea now. I nearly cut the wrong bit off. Always read the instructions if you can find them. Daughter's just bought a Nintendo Switch. That's us now. Yep. I think Skylar, the granddaughter, bought or had a Switch bought for her last year. And she quite enjoyed it because she's one of the, kids get electronics or things for Christmas, and then by about the day after Boxing Day, they've gone off and found something else better to play with. The Switch, yeah, she's quite enjoyed that because you don't have to play it yourself. It's not like remember the Game Boys, where it was sort of a platform, a device where you just played on your own. With the Switch, it could be a family game, so she enjoys it. We have got, I hope she's not watching, we have got some Lego for Christmas, so whether or not she comes back for another live stream, or she'll probably have it built by Boxing Day. I don't want to, there we go. That's one of them little military style towing eyes where you lift the shaft up and put your trailer has the big circle on it, not like a caravan. And that's all that's for. I haven't finished all my shopping yet. I still need to do some. It's quite often I quite often do the typical fella thing and leave the shopping, leave buying my presents until Christmas Eve, and then it's usually standing in the queue in the perfume shop with all the other fellas. Because they can't think of anything original either. I just touch a glue on them because I'm fed up of them flapping about. So the rudders are now glued in place. Don't have the Lego. Is that? I take it that's Lego slave, or his ego slave, something else that I don't know about. There. And the propellers will go on in there without a problem at all, so I can now leave the propellers, paint them separately, because this lot will get a blast of primer and then a base coat, and it'll be all painted in one go, and then I can either put some true metal on and make them brass propellers, or I could just paint them brass. But be something nice, be something nice. Yeah, I'm sure there would have been brass propellers, because they always are. Yeah, Lego slave. There we go. Yeah, so no, that, yeah, Skylar might pester me, try to come on and do a, well, we might come on and do a Christmas live stream with her doing some Lego, because she enjoyed it last time, and thanks to you, the guys that did come along to watch. She enjoyed the feedback and chat, seeing everybody chatting. I just had to sit on a chair down there. I couldn't get near the bench. Oops, nearly left a thumbprint on there. Never mind, that's good to go. Right. I think we're about done for tonight, because time is getting on, and I don't want to eat into Fox's Beyblade time, because he might want to come on and do some Beyblade straight after me, because he can do that because he's got a Beyblade now. But I think I've got to the end of that section, and then we're going to move into next time. We're going to move into the hull and do things like that. It also says to put tracks on, but we're probably going to be leaving the tracks off until right at the end. Fox says he's not doing the brain beard because he's had the beers, so no building for. Yeah, but I've got the single malt, and I'm still building. And the single malt has gone down quite a bit now, and looking at the time down there in the corner, it's probably about time that I did pack up. Right, yes, so we've finished the section, we've finished the tank hull now. So, yep, the tanky bit's finished, apart from the props, but that's the boat part. And we're going to move on next week onto the upper decks and the internals and things like that. And then I think we'll probably need to paint this before we can go on. But as I say, next week when you come, we'll do a Christmas quiz as well. So that will be, what date will that be? Next week. How many? It's not far till Christmas now, is it? So that'll be the 23rd. That'll be Christmas Eve, right? Yes. Keep watching. No, hang on. No, it's not Christmas Eve. 23rd. It's the day before Christmas Eve. So the right time to do a Christmas quiz. Yeah, you can see my phone. Right. So, yeah, we'll call it a night for tonight because I've done as much as I can. Until next week, we'll leave it and come back next week. Bring your pens and paper, bring your family, because we'll have a Christmas quiz and a build and a drink. Yeah, bring a drink as well. And keep an eye out on the Skipper Scale Models YouTube page and Facebook page as well. Don't forget, I'll post that picture up of me with a shotgun, because there may be an unannounced stream of something. But anyway, Time to call it a night. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming along and joining in and keeping me company while I did some more building. It's nice to get back to the bench and do a little bit. But anyway, yeah, that's about it. So I'll say good night to you. Look after yourselves, and see you next. Well, I'll see you on Sunday for Baneblade. Don't forget. So see you then. So anyway, thanks for everybody for joining in, and we'll see you all again. Good night. Bye. Oh, I've got to find my mouse. The mouse is over here. Right. Good night, everybody. Bye.